On behalf of dearest Janice, Troy, Ray and Luke, I'd like to say a few words about my brother Ray. I'm speaking as his older brother David. I'd just like to come out with a couple of incidents that happened during his life that you guys may not be aware of. One, did you know how we learned to swim? When we were coming out on the Strathnaver in 1955 from UK to Australia, which was a 4-week run, we'd only been on the ship about a week, and we used to get this daily bulletin board. And on this, one of the items that stuck out for Mum and Dad, they were a bit worried, was this young adolescent male was found swimming on the outside pool at 12 o'clock at night, which is against the rules because of the movement of the ship, and there's no one there to watch him and protect him. Anyway, this went on for a while, and then finally they realised it was Ray. He had his own separate cabin, same as I did. So Mum and Dad, very cleverly, they took all away his togs. And a few days later, another bulletin came on the board. Who was the brown skin? Because by this time, he was getting quite brown, was Ray, through the day. He was going skinny dipping in that pool at 1 o'clock in the morning. And he did that right through till we got down to Australia. So that's how he learned to swim. But the second incident with Ray, which you guys won't know about, I don't think. I was in the Australian Army, but I was home on leave, and I bought a car and I had it for about 4 months. I hated driving. Unlike all you guys, I hate driving. So I got rid of it. But, however, at this particular time, it was summer. I was home for the weekend at Mum's place. And Ray said, come on, let's go down to Queenscliff for a swim. So Ray and I got into my car, and I drove us down to Queenscliff, and we had a few hours in the surf and whatever. And on the way back on Queenscliff Road, Ray says, David, can I have a go on the driving? Because I'll get my licence soon. So reluctantly, I pulled over and let him switch seats and let him go in and blah, blah. And I says, don't exceed the speed limit. Off we go. Anyway, just 5 minutes later, there's another car wants to go past. So Ray waves them on to go past them. The moment we starts to go alongside of us to pass us, Ray put his foot down and shot forward, which meant the guy had to pull back behind us. And of course, I was ropeable with Ray. I said, stop it, you can't do that. It's all right, I apologise. And he was smiling all the time, giggling. So finally, he waved the guy on again to go. And as the guy was coming to pass us again, Ray did the same thing again and put his foot down. And we started to speed forward. However, this time, the other car kept up with us on the outside. And as he was passing us, we looked at him, he put his policeman's cap on. By this time, I'm just about puffing myself. But, oh my God. And I said, Ray, blah, 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 blah. He says, don't worry, no sweat, I'll sort it all out. So with that, we pulled over. He got out of the car. He went over. I couldn't hear what they was actually saying. He was talking away to the policeman for about 10 minutes. They finished up laughing and joking and shaking hands. And he came back and he got into the car and the policeman went on his way. And I said to him, what on earth was all that about? He says, oh, it's all right. I just told him. He says, I won't speed again. But he says, I says, now how'd you get away with it? He says, oh, I just gave him my name and address, David Walsh. So he said, I'll be getting some mail from the police soon. And of course, you can imagine, I exploded at this stage and took over the driving and went home. But the clincher to this story is, about 4 or 5 weeks later, Ray went for his licence. And in those days, you had to get a policeman to go with you in the car to test you on the roads. And guess which policeman it was that turned up to take him for his driver's licence test? Yeah, it was the same guy that he'd played chicken with a few weeks before. And the cop looked at him and said, don't I know you? And we met. And he said, oh, yeah, you probably saw me. He said, I was with my brother. You pulled my brother over for speeding, David Walsh, down at Queenscliff Road a few weeks ago. We look alike, he says, you know. And the cop said, oh, that's right, I remember now. And with that, he went away. And, of course, Ray got his licence, didn't he? But I was chased all around the country in all the different army posts with a summons from the police about this speeding. which they never did catch up with me. But anyway, I got rid of the car anyway, never driven since. But that was Ray. But you know, Ray, to me, unlike all of the others brothers, he had a quality about him. He was almost like a Peter Pan. He had a George Clooney effect with people, whether it be male or female. He had a what you might call an Irish tongue. Not that he kissed the blindness stone, because let's be honest, you think he was, but he was a through and through Yorkshireman. But no matter what he was doing with his business or his personal affairs, Ray was full of life. And honest to God, I don't know half of what he got up to in his life, but I was very proud of him and things that happened in his life. Well, we all were. And you boys, you've got a lot to live up to. But don't forget, Ray's going to be watching you. He's be close by watching you. So Janice, I know you're sad and everything at the moment, as we all are. But he was such an influence in people's life. Once met, never forgotten was Ray. But from me and my family down here in New Zealand, our extended whānau, all our love. And we'll see you next year.